First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes. Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants. Small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the chamber today.
Well, it's certainly been an interesting year. And like many of us, maybe you've been drinking more than usual and want to take a break. With Dry Feb, you can.
Why not challenge yourself to go dry in February to help raise funds for the Canadian Cancer Society?
Sign up for Dry Feb, and not only will you be helping people affected by cancer,
you can also reduce your risk of cancer.
Go as dry as you're willing to try this February. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now. Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Have you been drinking more than usual?
Why not go dry this February? With Dry Feb, you'll
help people affected by cancer.
And you can also reduce your own risk.
Go as dry as you're willing to try. Sign up today. It's easier than you think.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook.
Good morning. It's
morning.
Thursday. It's very cold. You know,
is.
and I feel like this is just, I could just record that and put it on repeat and play it for you every day. Just like those fantastic Staples buttons. That was easy. It's like, whoa, that was frigid. Yes.
And we're here today.
Yes.
Sorry we weren't here yesterday. Well, we
were
were
here.
kind of here yesterday, but we were having streaming problems, so we decided just to end the show because we're just basically talking to ourselves at that point. So, but we're here, and hopefully you're watching, and everything's back to normal. Big news day yesterday and last night. Of course, we have the what could be World War III starting in the Ukraine with Russia. We're going to take a look at some footage right now.
Okay.
And this is serious because Putin made an announcement last night on his speech, just as the war was starting, that any interference from outside countries would meet retaliation like they've never seen before.
Okay.
So the war is on. I have no idea what is causing this war, why Russia wants to invade Ukraine. Maybe someone can fill me in. I just don't understand it, but there he is. Yep, so the war is on, you know, and very scary. I mean, you wake up and understand that your country is now under attack, and you're asking to be to leave the country, you know. So there's long lineups getting out of the capital there, Kiev, and pretty crazy. And then, of course, we had Justin Trudeau last night, who revoked the Emergency Act in a record time, right? So I think we have a little bit of a clip from Mr. Trudeau last night.
We were very clear that the use of the Emergencies Act would be limited in time. And today, after careful consideration, we're ready to confirm that the situation is no longer an emergency. Therefore, the federal government will be ending the use of the Emergencies Act. We are confident that existing laws and bylaws are now sufficient to keep people safe. A joint committee of parliamentarians will be struck to review the declaration of emergency. Within 60 days, there will be an inquiry into the circumstances that led to the Emergencies Act being invoked. It will look at how we got there and why it was required. It could look at policing. The inquiry could also examine the funding, influence, and disinformation that supported the illegal blockades and occupations, both foreign and domestic. Going forward, it'll be important that we gain a fuller understanding of what gave rise to this kind of disregard for laws and threat to our democracy. We need to make sure our institutions are prepared and ready in the future. While the immediate emergency situation is over, this issue won't just go away.
So I guess the onus is on him now to explain why they enacted it in the first place. Like, what was the Emergency Act? We don't know. I mean, no one really knows what prompted them to do that, right?
Well, we have opinions.
But we have opinions. But I think the onus is on him now to say, well, this is why we did it, and kind of tell us the intelligence that they were listening to declare it an emergency. So,
Well, I think it's interesting too because, you know, although media coverage was kind of hit and miss, is how I would describe it. I have family members who live in the area, and you know, was told that, you know, what was being shown was not what was happening. So again, like, you know, I did some research into what constitutes, you know, invoking the Emergencies Act, and I didn't really, in my opinion, find that what was happening there, although certainly I'm not here to kind of say that it wasn't very disruptive to residents of Ottawa and people trying to get to their jobs. I'm not sure that it constituted, you know, grave and imminent danger.
I think it's not what actually happened. It wasn't just a protest. It was the masterminds behind the protest and who kind of jumped in on the protest for political reasons.
Yes.
And I think that's the intelligence I think that the government needs to tell the public, saying, well, we had, you know, reasons because of this, and this.
Yes.
Maybe just because you guys saw the peaceful protest out in Ottawa wasn't the reason for the Emergency Act. It was what was behind the protest.
Well, and I
right?
really think that, what was disturbing to so many people who had a very strong reaction to invoking the Emergencies Act is the powers that then get, vested in the political leaders and, the policing bodies. So I'm glad it's resolved. I'm glad it's revoked. Doug Ford did the same.
Yeah, he did the same.
Yeah, he declared that it ended yesterday at 5 p.m. So on the heels of Trudeau's statement, that careful alignment of messaging, the revoking of the Emergencies Act, both at the federal and the provincial level. So yes.
But I think our attention now is going to go from that to the war in Ukraine. That's going to be our full attention now. So we have lots of news coming up, don't we?
Sure,
pretty busy day yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty busy day overnight.
Okay.
And later on, we checked the 649 ticket.
Yes.
Because we checked the Lotto Max ticket when no one was watching yesterday. Wow, did you miss some excitement? But we are going to check our 649 ticket later in the show after the weather. So let's do the news. I'll do the weather in just a bit.
All right. Okay, well, here we go. So yesterday, last night, shortly after 9 p.m., Soo Line was made aware of a heavy police presence in the downtown core. Officers with guns drawn could be seen at the corner of Queen and Tancred, and Station Mall had multiple officers out front, according to witnesses who were trying to, navigate through the downtown core. We're kind of maintaining our finger on the pulse. We do have a limited update. This coming from, of course, Lincoln Loudett, the communications manager for the Soo Police Services. What he did say at 20 past 10 last night, officers are currently investigating a single motor vehicle collision in the area of Wellington and Tancred. It's an active scene, and we urge members of the public to avoid the area. And then, of course, they will keep us apprised of any updates to the situation, which we will bring to you promptly. All right. Another collision. Just before 5 p.m. yesterday, emergency services responded to reports of a collision in the city's east end. Upon arrival at Wellington Street East to be specific, they did encounter a multi-vehicle collision involving two vehicles. One vehicle had come to rest on an eastbound snowbank, while the other was blocking the right line of Wellington Street, headed east near Retta Street. Police remained on scene, to investigate, to direct traffic. We have no word in this moment on injuries or cause. Okay. And of course, once again, as information becomes available, if it's relevant, then we will bring it to you. All right. So we have been having ongoing discussions, different articles, all kind of pertaining to the umbrella situation that is described as having to do with mental health challenges, addictions, homelessness in our community, and how the three seem to kind of intermesh in such a way as it's difficult to really say which local support agency is responsible specifically for helping to address the situation, for helping to mediate, to remedy. So to that end, we did take a look at how DSAB ended up paying more than $150 in damages to a local motel. And this is coming out of the City Council meeting, which did take place on Tuesday. So CEO of DSAB, who is Mike Nadeau, explained at length where some of the issues lie in our community as related to the property damage. So this has to do with the situation when there was the encampment outside of City Hall, and how DSAB did come in to kind of help those individuals secure housing, even if temporary. So what he has said then, in the absence of adequate health supports, people are falling through the safety net and onto DSAB, so social services. And he said, we are the bottom. So we are desperately trying to make sure that people have adequate shelter. But it is a challenging situation to do without the necessary health supports. So again, the protest at City Hall certainly shone the light in a very, very sharp way on the housing crisis. And in that moment, once again, DSAB did come in. They worked around the clock to solve the issues and find individuals who didn't have a roof over their head shelter. However, once again, the shelter that was provided didn't come with the necessary health supports. So this was submitted as a report, and the report highlighted some of the supports which would have helped if they had been available while the people were housed temporarily at the motels. So this is what some summary out of the report. Of the 40 individuals that were relocated to the new temporary shelter, staff estimated that approximately 95% required supports to have maintained a successful tenancy. The supports needed are typically provided through provincial health system, and they include mental health professional services, addiction services, primary care and prescription medication, dental services, cultural services and resources, housekeeping and personal needs services, peer support and life skills development. So what this information does then, and the events that followed, so they substantiate the fact that the demand for service currently outpaces our ability and our capacity of our community partners to provide what is required. There are currently only 10 housing units providing 24/7 supports within our community, with an additional 13 operating at a support level of 8 hours per day. So, a very detailed article is what Dan has put together here. I would recommend that you do go to our website at sueonline.com to have a look at the full discussion that played out at City Hall and during the council meeting, and to get a better idea of what is recommended to help address these significant and critical issues moving forward. Okay, I'm going to take a drink of coffee now. We're going to go over to Craig for some information on the weather. Craig.
Well, Heidi, the other day on Tuesday, we had that big storm that moved into the Great Lakes. And of course, everyone's saying, where's the storm? We didn't see any. We didn't see any snow. Actually, areas to the north, to the east, and to the south were impacted by that storm. We fell into a dry slot, and we made it out pretty lucky. Now, that said, we have another big storm brewing. It is following the same path. I'll let you know if we're going to be impacted by that one over the next couple of days. But for today, we're kind of calm. We're warming our temperatures up a little bit. Gray skies mainly for today. We'll take a look outside, and there's the shot of the St. Mary's River, and it looks like a pretty gray day out there, and that's going to stay with us. Maybe a couple of splashes of sun later on this afternoon, but for the most part, it's going to be a gray winter day. We'll take a look at your 12-hour forecast, what we are looking like for the rest of the day. We're currently sitting at minus 24. That's the actual temperature. We're warming to minus 9 with a mix of sun and cloud. We're going to clear out this evening, dropping our temperatures, not as cold, but still cold at minus 19. And as I said, when I come back with your 3-day forecast, I'll let you know if we're going to be impacted by this second big storm of the week and what your 7-day forecast is looking like. We'll take a look. Heidi?
Cold. That's all I hear is cold, cold, cold. And, I will say, though, that, certainly it is a great day, but at one point I did pass by the window in my office space, and there was kind of like a break at the base of the cloud cover and a gorgeous view of the sun. So certainly, for me, represented the light on the horizon, which reminds us all that spring is coming, a time of renewal and rebirth. And, certainly we can look at that literally and metaphorically. And perhaps I will explore that, flirt with that a little bit later. Anyway, right now we're going to go into the world of our sponsors. We're going to hear from so many worthy businesses, certainly the Chamber encouraging us all to love local, shop local, eat local, play local. Businesses need our support now more than ever. So go fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning provides free one-on-one support to help you reach your goals. Improve your reading, writing, and math skills, become more independent, and increase your employability. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
Shop local, dine local, listen local, love local. Small businesses in the Algoma area have been a huge part of our community. Now is the time to show our support for them. From local markets to retail stores, music venues, and restaurants, small businesses make up the backbone of our community. So go on, embrace all they have to offer by shopping, dining, listening, and loving local. Visit ssmcoc.com to learn more or to join the Chamber today. Good morning and welcome back. Apparently we just used the wrong camera. That's okay. We're
I
also
make mistakes. Come on.
Sure. Well, we are also fantastically human, and I think that only adds to our charm. I'll be very honest about that. Okay. Yesterday was a busy day in terms of collisions. There were at least 2 that I know of, probably more than that we'll hear about as the day progresses. But I want to remind everybody, it's slippery. Like, really, slow down, leave space between you and the car ahead of you. You know, of course, if it needs to be said, don't drive while being distracted by, you know, screaming kids in the back or your device or your fancy touch screens in your car. Just be careful, okay? To that end, shortly after 11:30 yesterday morning, emergency services were made aware of a collision in the north part of the city. 2 vehicles had come to rest after colliding at the intersection of Great Northern Road and Northern Road, actually Northern Avenue, but we'll address that later with Dan. Traffic going southbound on Great Northern Road was stopped. Traffic going both ways on Northern was also prevented from going anywhere, so a real mess. 1 vehicle had come to rest in the middle of the intersection, while the other was almost against a traffic pole. There were minor injuries reported, and 1 person appeared to be transported to the hospital. So once again, 2 collisions in less than 24 hours. So let's all make a concentrated effort to be careful, to slow down, allow more time to get to where you're going, and keep that nice space between you and the vehicle in front of you. Yeah, Northern Avenue. Just kind of for any of the Anchorman fans out there, you know, that scene where Ron Burgundy will literally read anything that's in front of him. It just happened. Okay, good. So we're going to go through the COVID numbers. Algoma Public Health yesterday did report 62 new confirmed cases. The report did also show that the number of cases categorized as active fell by 3, as did the number of those people hospitalized. And so we now can count the number of active cases in the community at 590, with 2 of those being individuals from outside of the Algoma Public Health catch basin. And the hospitalizations has dropped from 14 to 11. It is my unfortunate duty now to also report that Algoma Public Health did confirm the region's 30th COVID-related death. And of course, out of respect for the family in this time, no further details are being shared. Of these 62 new cases, 40 were from Sault Ste. Marie and area, 3 were located in Central and East Algoma, 3 were found to be in Elliott Lake, and 16 in North Algoma. 16 in North Algoma, that seems high. Once again, there was that on Monday, numbers weren't being reported, so let's hope that the 16 being reported in North Algoma had to do with the data cleanup subsequent to that. So, provincially speaking, yesterday Ontario did report 1,106 people in the hospital with COVID-19, which is up slightly from the 1,038 on Tuesday. 319 people are reported to be in intensive care, which is static with what was reported on Tuesday. The province did report 19 more deaths due to the virus. And the provincial data now shows that 1,425 new COVID-19 cases, although policies restricting access to testing, they're indicating may make that number slightly higher. The province says 116 long-term care homes have acted COVID-19 outbreaks, representing about 18% of homes. And a reminder that Ontario isn't reporting data on COVID-19 cases in schools, but 2 schools, and again, this is within the province, not locally, 2 schools were closed on Tuesday for operational reasons. Okay. All right, so there's some information, and we are now going to go to Craig for some more detailed information on what the next 3 days will look like for us.
Thanks very much, Heidi. And today we are still a little bit on the cold side, but we are bumping those temperatures up bit by bit every single day. We do have a major storm to tell you about. That is another one just like the storm on Tuesday, and this one of course is going to miss us because it's southern based and it's heading up this way. It's going to impact southern Ontario and all of the eastern seaboard. We may just see a little bit of flurry activity from this as it skirts up, but nothing major at this point. That's all going to be stateside, so we're looking pretty good with high pressure in place sitting over top of us for at least another couple of days. It's going to be cold, but as I said, those temperatures are bumping up. Let's take a look at the satellite and we can show you the advancement of that other storm right here. It's all going to come in and fill in the Toronto area, southern Ontario, Ottawa, all the eastern seaboard, seeing snow, rain, and ice, and some pretty strong winds. We're just going to be dealing with some cloud, low-level cloud for today, and of course some warmer temperatures building into the area. Let's take a look at the temperatures for today. Again, we're still about 6 degrees off the mark, -9 for our high today, -12 in Wawa, all pretty much the same. We're going to start seeing those temperatures build in, or warm temperatures build in, sometime during the weekend, and a bit by bit every single day next week. This is what we look like on radar, nothing really showing up. We do have considerable cloud sitting over top of us, a little bit of snow activity over Lake Superior. That's not going to impact anybody. This is what your 3-day forecast looks like. A mix of sun and cloud today, mainly cloudy though, temperatures of -9. There is a slight wind and it's going to make it feel closer to the -25 mark for a little bit today, -8 for your day on Friday, a mix of sun and cloud. And -5 for Saturday. We start bumping those temperatures up. We do have a little bit of flurry activity that may come in Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, so we're watching that. Nothing that's going to accumulate. So that is your weather right now. I'll have a look at your 7-day and just how much warmer we're going to get next week coming up. Heidi?
Well, thanks for that, Craig, and I'm once again refusing to comment until the temperatures start to climb in a direction that I find more favorable. All right, we are about to go back into the world of our sponsors. You're going to hear about Jeep the Mac, which is an annual event showcasing the splendor and beauty of Jeeps, and is an international event, occurring, of course, in the U.S., but people from Canada come. It's really spectacular based on what I've seen. As well, we'll hear from Superior Adult Learning, encouraging everybody to, reach for your adult literacy goals. And keep in mind that literacy at the provincial level is no longer defined just as reading and writing. The worthy people at Superior Adult Learning can teach you anything from digital device technology through to life skills. Very supportive environment, very fantastic staff. Do give Wendy or Pat a call. And when we come back, we're going to talk about film production returning to the Soo. We're going to talk about yesterday having been Pink T-shirt Day for the school boards locally, as well some coffee-related factoids. So go fill your cup and come on back.
Superior Adult Learning is looking for volunteers who want to make a difference in our community and help others reach their full potential. In only a few hours a week, you can help our learners achieve their goals and set them on a path towards a successful, independent future. Visit www.superioral.ca to get started now.
École publique Éco des Rapides, a place where your child can learn, grow, and be happy. Discover why more and more families are choosing École publique Éco des Rapides for their child. Register your child January 17th to the 21st at epedr.cspgno.ca. Parce que je vois grand.
Good morning and welcome back to this Thursday morning edition of First Local. I don't think I even told you the date. Today is the 24th of February. Yesterday was the 23rd because, 23 comes before 24. But anyway, February 23rd, of course, being Wear Pink Shirt Day, to promote kindness and inclusion in the schools and to make a statement ongoing against bullying. We did receive a release from the Algoma District School Board showing some great pictures, students and staff wearing pink, to support Pink Shirt Day. They remind us that character building is a focus of the Algoma District School Board in their schools all year long, and wearing pink is one way that they demonstrate that they are caring citizens. So this year, the ADSB created Pink Shirt Day lawn signs and distributed them to each of the schools, as well as to many community partners who chose to participate. Their goal was to paint the town pink, to promote good character, and to share that they respect diversity and stand up against bullying in a unique and visual way. Students and staff throughout the district did recognize Pink Shirt Day with their t-shirts and enjoyed taking photos beside the lawn signs with its special message of Think Pink, Think student safety and well-being. So well done to all of the students in both school boards who did participate, and thank you to the ADSP for sending us some really great pictures. Okay, as promised, I do want to just touch on the fact that film production is returning to Sault Ste. Marie. So all of you aspiring thespians and you technicians that wish to be involved, your opportunity is coming. So the Ontario government is providing $11.4 million through the Northern Ontario Heritage Fund Corporation, known as NOHFC, to support the growing film and television industry in Northern Ontario. So obviously the goal then behind the funding is to create jobs, attract talent, boost economic growth and diversification in communities across the north. So some really great information, as well as how the funding allocation breaks down to communities. I can tell you that Sault Ste. Marie has been allocated $500,000 for one of those Number Ontario Incorporated companies to produce the feature film Better Days right here in the Soo. So we will keep you up to date. For more detailed information, please do go to our website at SooOnline.com and you can see which communities got what. Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, let's do some factoids before we hop on into social media. Factoid. Okay, it was on this day, February 24th in 1536, that Clement VIII was born. Now, what's special about Clement VIII? Well, he popularized Satan's drink. I can't believe you caught a picture. So he was an Italian religious leader, the 231st Pope, and he declared that this Satan's drink, referring to coffee, is so delicious that it would be a pity to let the infidels have exclusive use of it. He is responsible for the popularity of coffee use among Catholics. Coffee use was previously discouraged because it was believed to be the bitter invention of Satan due to its use among Muslims. Okay, so there you go.
I think it's heavenly.
I think it's a requirement of life, so there you go. So way to go, Clement VIII. February 24th, 1968 then. Fleetwood Mac released their debut album, which is also known as Peter Green's Fleetwood Mac. And it's a mixture of blues covers and originals penned by guitarist Peter Green and Jeremy Spencer, which peaked at number 4 on the UK chart and stayed on the charts for 37 weeks.
Wow.
This is the only album by the band not to feature keyboardist, vocalist Christine McVie in any capacity. So interesting, and certainly a different sound from what they became popular. Like you think about Rumors and things like this. A very different sound for Fleetwood Mac, highlighting the exquisite talent in that group of people.
Great band, though.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I said exquisite talent. So.
Is it social media time?
Social media time. All right, let's take a look here. They're saying. So right off the hop, we've got Steve Childs beating everybody to the punch. And thank you, by the way, to the people that did find us and tune in for a little bit yesterday before we decided to bail on the event entirely. So thank you very much. Steve Childs, GBFAHYA HYHAGD and Rockin' the Horns. So good Baby Friday all. Hope you have a great day. Right back at you, Steve. Thank you for being a loyal viewer. Margaret McKeag, right on the heels of Steve. Good morning all. There's like less than a minute between the two of them. It's like bang, bang. So good morning to you, Margaret. Steph Swanson says good morning. Good morning to you, Steph. Morning. Stay warm. I hope you have a great day. Ann Woods, morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. It is a happy Thursday. I feel good today. I'm not sure what's different, but I feel good today. So.
Well, there's no more longer an emergency act. So
well,
we're all feeling a little bit relieved.
There it is. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Well, all right. Okay. Marilyn Dunn says, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Wishing us all a happy Thursday. I like a greeting that is self-inclusive. You know, I mean, certainly the person who's wishing good morning should also include themselves.
Should have a good morning.
That. Yeah. Marge Gray, good morning. Brr. Marge Gray, of course, being our correspondent down in Fergus, letting us know that it's cold there too. So Marilyn Dunn, where are your parents, Elsie and Bob? So she's talking to Steve Childs. Steve, Marilyn's talking to you. So Bradley says, good morning. Happy Baby Friday. Good morning, Brad. Happy Baby Friday to you out there doing the righteous work. Enica. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday to you, Enica. New viewer, Cindy Rose. Hello, Cindy Rose. Cindy says, good morning. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Terry Matthews. Good morning, Heidi and Craig. Good morning to you, Terry Matthews. Kathy Boren. Fingers crossed, check. Fresh brew, checked. Have a great Thursday. Salutations, checked. Excellent. I like that. You know, a little tick list of how to interact with us. That's fantastic. And I hope you have a great day, Kathy. I like that. Yep. Dan Gray, I'll fill everyone in later.
You always do, Dan.
Related to what? You can't just leave that dangling like a little flailing teaser. Like, Dan. Judy O'Neill, good morning. Missed you yesterday. Happy you are back. Have a great day. Well, we're glad to be back. You know, my day was incomplete without being able to talk to everybody. So
she was just going on and on and on and on all day long.
It's true. I was talking to myself. I was talking to Craig. You know, I even I posted a picture to an article, and it's a really stressful part of my job for me because the picture's got to be just right, and Craig's really hard to work with. He's very critical. So I actually went in and made him observe the picture of the mining operation.
She did a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Enica, Ukraine wants... Oh, she's talking to you, Craig. Ukraine wants to be a member of NATO, and that is something that Putin doesn't like. Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you for that.
And then Sue Online responded. Is this you?
Nope.
That's the extremely short version and one of many reasons, too. I don't know.
Maybe that's Dan.
Or could be Bruce.
Or could have been Bruce,
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Sorry.
Okay. Marilyn Dunn. Sorry. And then Enica says, I know, of course, there are more reasons, but this is the main reason in her opinion. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Marilyn Dunn, good luck on your ticket, Craig.
Oh.
Winner.
Should we check that now?
Ganya. Well,
let's check that now.
Okay.
Well, it's only going to take a second. Oh, my phone keeps on ringing. Maybe it's OLG calling me. They know something.
And wouldn't that be fantastic
Let's see
news?
Here. Better luck next time.
No.
Bah.
So if it's win or gagnon when you win, what happens when you lose?
Yeah, they don't say anything. I don't think they say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, just a loser.
Did they hear you say that, Mike?
I'm a loser.
All right.
All right.
Okay, where did we get to? Okay, yes, Allie and Ron. So Allie says good morning with a wave. Good morning to you, Allie. Helene Savoy says good morning with the sun coming up between two great huge tracts of land. Okay, Tony Mancuso, good morning, everyone. Again, invoking the tracts of land and the sun. Sounds like wishful thinking at this point, but yeah.
It's coming, though.
He says, happy baby Friday. Enjoy your day. The weekend is almost here. Yes. Yes, it is.
Certainly is.
I'm getting different hair on Sunday.
Oh, are you?
I am.
Oh.
Stay tuned for Monday.
Oh. Cliffhanger.
Debbie Doucette says, happy baby Friday, birthday celebrating today. Have a wonderful day. Debbie, is it your birthday?
If it is, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, yes. Joseph Bertrand, happy baby Friday. Happy baby Friday to you, Joseph. Jen Buchan says, happy baby Friday. One day closer to the weekend. Have a great day. You as well. Oh, they just keep coming. Marilyn Dunn, yesterday my youngest grandchild celebrated her 15th birthday, feeling
15.
aged. Aw, 15, wow.
To be
driving
15 again.
soon, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be 15.
No,
again.
I do.
No. Okay. Lori Rains Aguano, happy day before the best day of the week. And yes'm, fill up your cup. I will. And thank you for inviting me to do so. And then finally, Kathy Boren, in reference to All Day, Joan Jett has a song for that. Nag all day, rock on. I like that. Okay,
All right.
7 days,
Let's
Craig.
do the 7-dayer. It's coming, Mike says. We're looking kind of cool for the first part, but our temperatures are starting to build into next week. Look, we're almost at the freezing mark, and then we're at +2. So we're heading in the right direction. But one big thing is we don't see any major accumulating snow over the next 7 days, outside of Saturday where we could pick up a centimeter or two. Watching that. But other than that, things are looking pretty calm for the next 7 days, at least here in Algoma. So
Okay.
the warm-up is coming, I swear.
The warm-up is coming. You keep saying that, you know.
We need 10 days of plus temperatures of 5 degrees or higher, a little bit of sun, maybe a little bit of rain, and a nice stiff southerly breeze. I know, the stiff. And we will lose the snow in 10 days.
Okay.
If we
Yeah.
get those
All
conditions.
right,
And they're
well,
coming in March. So.
Oh, it is Debbie Doucette's birthday. Happy,
Oh, happy
birthday,
birthday.
Debbie Doucette. And Tony Mancuso is wishing you the same. I want to remind everybody, we are the Sioux's only local news show. So make sure you spread the word far and wide. Let people know that, hey, 8 to 8:30, Monday to Friday, this is the place to be.
This is must watch.
That's right, must watch.
TV.
Especially on Monday when you see my new hair. Okay, anyway, I hope you all have a great day, and I look forward to speaking to you tomorrow. Take care.
It's Jake Moore, sports analyst, back in the On TV studios, letting you know that 705 Sports now has 2 shows a week. We still have the 705 Sports that airs every Friday at noon, but we've expanded to now have a show every Wednesday. 705 Sports Headlines will be a show that is much more condensed, that is very fast-paced, going over the main topics of the week in sports. 705 Sports on Fridays will still cover everything in sports in a full show format. This gives you a chance to really see what's going on in the sports world, whether you have a couple minutes or you got a half an hour. So make sure you join me, Dan Gray, on Fridays and multiple different guests every Wednesday, every Friday at noon, only on TV and Sioux Online's Facebook.